Jai Guru. Question. I have only recently come across the Naam Mantra. What is it exactly? Answer. In the Inchgiri Navnath Sampradaya lineage, the Naam Mantra is given to sincere seekers. It is the same mantra which has been passed down from master to master for more than 1,000 years, going back to the time of Saint Dattatreya. This mantra is not a standalone mantra, say like TM, Transcendental Meditation, but one that is linked to the masters. During initiation with the Naam Mantra, the seeker should have complete faith in himself, in the master, and in the mantra. This will enable a transmission of power. The mantra is not given to those who already use a mantra. Neither is it given to those who already follow a master. You must stay faithful to one master only. During initiation, those who receive the Naam Mantra promise to keep it a secret. The Naam Mantra is called the Master Key because it opens the door to reality, to your ultimate truth. So how does the Naam Mantra work? It is a meditation tool that hammers the ego and helps to remove the illusory layers that are covering your true nature. In the same way that your sensitive spirit has been conditioned by parents, teachers, society, etc., the Naam Mantra now helps you with the process of deconditioning. It reminds you of your true identity. The meaning of the mantra is I am Brahman, Brahman I am. The mantra produces vibrations within and through them. As you continue to recite the mantra, you will come to know the reality. After concentrating on the Naam Mantra for some time, changes will take place, and gradually all the illusory concepts and attachments that you identified with will dissolve and your true nature will begin to emerge. A purification or cleansing process is needed to clear out everything that does not belong to your true nature, your real identity. It is needed to establish a strong foundation. As you recite the Naam Mantra, you are reminding yourself of your forgotten identity, that you are Brahman, Paramatman, the source of everything. Naam Mantra meditation helps to absorb the knowledge, which in turn leads to conviction. Question. Do I need to concentrate on the meaning of the Naam Mantra? Answer. In the beginning, it is important to just recite the mantra continuously, automatically hammering the ego with your truth. I am Brahman, Brahman I am. I am Brahman, Brahman I am. You need not dwell on the meaning at the initial stage. Just try to embed it deep within you. Later on, as the illusory layers begin to dissolve, you can contemplate on its meaning. But for now, just keep hammering and hammering the ego. After practicing for some time, the Naam Mantra will continue reciting spontaneously and without your knowledge for 24 hours, while waking dreaming, etc., all the time. Question: can I know reality, my true nature, without the Naam Mantra? Answer: whether you use the Naam Mantra or some other cleansing tool, the fact remains that you cannot know the reality that you are without a purification process. You must remove all the weeds and demolish your old dwelling house in order to establish solid foundations. All the illusory layers need to dissolve. If the ego is not dissolved, then knowledge will simply sit on top of ego and not be absorbed. To state the obvious, self-realization cannot occur until the total annihilation of the pseudo-self has happened. Question: I want to increase the repetition of the Naam Mantra japa. One doubt in this regard. Till we purify ourselves, since we are operating as the mind, body, intellect, is it okay that I hammer myself that I am Brahman, Brahman I am? Is it that we are always Brahman, even in ignorance, that gives us license to do so? Answer: it is more than okay to hammer ourselves. It is absolutely necessary. We are only able to operate because of Brahman, because that is what we are. We identified with the mind, body, intellect, and believed ourselves to be that. So in order to establish conviction in I am Brahman, instead, we need to hammer ourselves constantly with this truth. The more the better, all the time, will enable the shift. As Maharaj says, we need to use the thorn of truth to remove the primary thorn of illusion, and then we can throw both thorns away. Question: I have two queries. When we say presence before being, since even our childhood memories are hazy, how can we possibly have an inkling of what we were before being? Is it akin to the deep sleep state? Second, when illusion is mentioned, probably it means everything except the presence is an illusion, including our own sadhana. So we need not worry about our material happenings. Yet somehow we have to play the game of life and also sincerely practice the teachings. Can you give some more pointers to understand the presence before being, etc.? Answer: you cannot use the mind to try and grasp or understand that which is prior to mind, beyond the mind. You can get an inkling through our neti practice by knowing everything that you are not. And then what is left is what you are. I once asked Maharaj to elaborate on your presence was there prior to beingness. And after a moment of silence, he said, that is enough. Meaning that all we can say about presence using words and the mind is pointless, because that stateless state is prior to language. It is the mind's habit of thinking it can know the unlimited with the limited mind, and that is impossible. Regarding illusion, illusion refers to everything except that presence. Our sadhana too is an illusion, but a necessary one. It is the secondary thorn that removes the primary thorn of I am the body. Jai Guru.